Yeah, April 9th, 2014. In God we trust. Now, really, the people who designed our currency years and years and years ago decided to put in God we trust, and it's on our coins, and it's on some of our bills. And then on the $1 bill, of course, we have the Horus, all-seeing eye, which stands for death, the angel of death, actually. Below, in Latin, it means the New World Order. Now, do you really think, when we have in God we trust, that they're talking about the same God that we Christians believe in? I've seen Christians over the years fight and argue to keep in God we trust on our currency. Not me. The God that they worship is Satan. And they wouldn't be putting the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill that stands for Satan, and just to the right of it, in God we trust, talk about our Lord and Savior. Would they? Stop and think about it, folks. It's the New World Order, the Illuminati, the Federal Reserve, the IMF, the Wall Street bankers, the global bankers that control and run this world. And as you can see right now, and the world is in front of us, we can see that Russia is surrounding Ukraine, and it's upset the New World Order because, or part of the UN, there's a battle going on between powers right now. You can see it. It's either the biggest con game that we've ever seen, or Russia truly is trying to branch off with China and war against the global bankers. One of these truths is going to show its ugly face pretty soon. But the bottom line is Ukraine, they're waiting for it to turn into a complete chaos, madness country, just like the smaller country, Crimea, I might be pronouncing that incorrectly, that they end up going over to Russia. Same thing that's going on right now. Now, the United States is a little upset because they don't have their henchmen in there right now sniping people to cause chaos. So Russia, they're claiming that Russia's sending in people to cause uprisings in the country. I wouldn't be surprised it's the United States. But the bottom line, Russia's going to end up taking that place, and there's nothing anybody's going to do anything about it. Nobody has the power to. I mean, Russia and China are as one hand, along with Iran, Afghanistan, and all the other psycho nations that are out there, along with North Korea. So we're not going to do anything about it. We put any extra sanctions on these folks, they're going to give some payback to us. In this evil country, the evil leaders that run this nation, they're going to get what's coming to them. And what's sad is a lot of innocent Americans are going to get killed because of their decisions. But the New World Order, the global bankers, they do want to reduce the population, so this is one way of doing it. They want a world war because they know that the dollar's dying. Russia's killing the dollar right now. They're giving up the petrodollar along with China, along with half a dozen other countries. They know it's dying, and they can't stop it. So the only way to work around this is war. And a complete police state in the United States. Right now, a poor rancher out in Arizona being surrounded by the federal government, all because his cattle happen to graze on some land that has a tortoise, an endangered tortoise that's on the property. Now, this man's been in the ranching business, his family, from generations since the 1870s, and they've had their cattle on this land. They have arrested his two sons. They are right now have helicopters in taking his cattle, and now they have over 200 federal agents with sniper rifles and rifles surrounding his property. And it'll either be a Waco, Texas type an event, or he'll give up. They'll take him in, one or the other. But when's America going to say enough's enough? You know, that's why these people do this. They do this because they know they can get away with it. Nobody ever does anything about it. And it's okay to go out there and take your cameras and take pictures. But you know what? That ain't going to stop them. They don't care. You're going to have to think like our forefathers did when tyranny was in front of them. But this nation, I don't know if they have the sand in them or not to do anything. All talk. They want to do their battles through a politician. And I'm going to tell you folks, there's not a politician out there right now that I would vote for. I'm not voting anymore for anybody. They're all a waste of time. They're all either paid off, bought off, they've sold their souls, and if somebody is decent that gets in there, they're so minute in the scheme of the evil that runs this country that any say that they would have is they will be outvoted immediately. I'm not saying that America shouldn't try, but if you're gonna clean house, you got to clean house from top to bottom. You got to get rid of all of it. You got to get rid of the Republicans, the Democrats, the lobbyists, the vice president, president. You got to clean house and get rid of all of it. But that'll never happen because we are in such we're in such end times, biblical times, that the Bible talks about these things going on worldwide. And evil is upon this planet. Christians are being slaughtered right and left. And I tell you what really upsets me about the United States, the citizens of the United States. You know, I think about this sometimes when I'm having supper, and I don't mention it a lot of times with my family, and sometimes I do. I feel guilty having a steak dinner when I know people, Christians over in Syria right now, are starving to death. And they're being slaughtered, butchered, worse than cattle. And we go to bed at night. We complain if the temperature is 68 degrees in the house when they don't have a house. Or in Nigeria, where they are slaughtering Christians with hatchets and machetes, cutting them up, and whoever makes it through that gauntlet, they're shot and killed or burned, cut up into pieces. The enemy is eating some of these Christians as trophies, collecting heads. It reminds me of the time of the ancient times, during the time of Noah, when evil was upon the planet. And God said in the last days it would be like the days of Noah. The earthquakes, the famines, the pestilence. We have an Ebola virus right now that may be spreading into Canada and the United States, killing 80% of the people it touches. You know, we keep blaspheming God. And then when I see Miley Cyrus come out with a new video, and what are they worshiping? What I have in front of you, the all-seeing eye pyramid. That is their God. Folks, you need to understand that this all-seeing eye is Satan. The all-seeing eye represents that he controls all of earth. It's in everything. It's in your food. It's in your entertainment. It's in your water. It's in your air. Look at the chemtrails they're doing above our heads daily. It's in everything. This whole world is engulfed with the satanic minions, the Illuminati, the New World Order, the evil ones that are being released and going into people. This scene yesterday where a woman naked goes into McDonald's and goes nuts. How many more of these stories do you want to hear or see before you start saying, well, maybe there's something we need to do differently? You have to put on the full armor of God. You have to go into battle. I'm not one of these Christians that are going to stand by and be slaughtered. I'm not. I'll die with a weapon in my hand. At least I can stand before my God and say I tried. But I'm not going to be slaughtered like cattle. And to children and the elderly, I don't put in that category. But you young men, Christians, young women who can fight, fight. Stand up to tyranny. Let Satan know who you are. When you're in a crowd and everybody's making fun of you because you're a Christian, be proud. Stand and make your stand. Let people know what's going to happen to them that don't believe. They did the same thing to Lot's family in Sodom and Gomorrah. They all through the Bible, any of the famous people we read about were all made fun of at one time, or they tried to kill them. They stood their ground. God blessed them. This is a time where we gotta stop acting like we're in 1985, and everything is just gonna go on, and that we really don't need to get involved in things. You better get involved. You better wake up. It's time to wake up. Every time you use this $1 bill, do you know that the $1 bill, and along with all the other currency that we have, but when you use this currency, it's Satan's currency. And we're forced into using it because we have to use it to buy things. But that is Satan's currency. In God we trust. I laugh when I hear Christians say in God we trust on our currency. Don't take it off. Why do you think they leave it on there? They've taken God out of everything else. Why do you think they leave it on our currency? Because it's not the God that we think. It's their God. Wake up, folks. It's right there in front of you. It's right next to the all-seeing eye. It's in everything. It's in Doritos. Pick up a bag of Doritos and look at it. It's got a pyramid on it. The chips are in shape of a pyramid. Go to Walmart. I seen this the other day. Go to Walmart, and when you're in the checkout line, look at the little thing that they put the bags in to bag your groceries up. It's a pyramid. It has a circle in it and has a number 6 on it. It says inside underneath it. I made a comment to the lady that's checking us out. She goes, yes, and we're required to put 6 items in each bag. Satan laughs and mocks at the masses because he's feeding you. He's the food you buy, the currency you use, everything. They run the federal government. They run all this stuff. And this country is going to pay a major price. They're going to go up against Russia. If Russia and them are not in the same bed, I'll be surprised. But let's say they're not, and they go against Russia, we're going to get our tails kicked. We're going to get payback. And all you lukewarm Christians out there, well, I don't even want to hear you whine. Stay away from me. Anyway, it's a wake-up call. It's time to wake up, folks. You guys have a good day.